Hi. I miss you. Hi everyone, how are you? I hope you're doing okay. I hope everything is going good for you. I hope 2024 started better for you than it did for me because it started with Shlovit for me. And I'm still struggling, but I am okay. Thank you so much for asking. I read a book last year. 2023 is already last year, and it's so fucking weird. But I read the book and I was not able to talk to you about it because I talk to you about it? But I wanted to because it's a really good book. So let's talk about it now and ignore the voice that's getting a little bit Squidward-y. I got the tisms, and I am the kind of person that has the tisms that likes to, collect information here and there, or whatever. Collect rocks. I do have a rock collection. I'm very proud of it. I do have a kind of an encyclopedia brain department where I do collect miscellaneous information that no one literally in the history of time will ever ask for, but I like it. I like that so much. I like useless knowledge. I like stuff. I like to learn stuff. And starting this book, I didn't know that I would fucking love it as much as I did. I knew that I was expecting something because it is very, very hyped, but I didn't know that it's gonna be like that. I am talking about The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. This is a book that has been... I fucking hate bangs. I'm never gonna fucking cut them ever again. What the fuck? Ew. This is a book that has been hyped. Hyped in the dark academia book talk site, and I don't know, I always read the summary and it was just like a maybe not, so I never got around to it really. I never gave it a chance because it was just iffy, So basically once every 10 years, once a decade, there's a society called the Alexandrian Society. As it is tradition that has started in the Library of Alexandria, which we will learn more about inside. I know, right? Fucking exciting. So basically this society looks for mediums, who are basically people that have certain powers, have the ability to warp the energy around them, the energy of the earth around them. And they are categorized into different categorization and different subcategorizations. Every 10 years, the caretaker of the society will set outside and look for 6 different people to compete in some sort of competition that you don't know about until the very, very end. 5 of them will win and 1 of them will lose or will be eliminated. And the winners basically get to live and work for the society and have access to immense knowledge. The society itself, the building itself they live in, is so freaking interesting, and I loved that part so much because it in itself is a sentient entity, and I really freaking love that. I don't want to spoil, I am struggling not to spoil so badly right now, but the way the building itself gets its information and grows as an entity is so freaking interesting to me, and I loved that part so much. I wouldn't say it's so super duper unique, but it is a bit eccentric. I loved it so much. So we have Libby and Nico, who are both physicists, which means they are able to manipulate the power of the fucking earth. Then we have Parisa Kamali, who is a telepath. Rina Mori, who manipulates plants and understands plants. Then we have Callum Nova, who is, I don't know what you would call him, an empath. He understands and feels what you're feeling basically and can manipulate that. And then Tristan Kane, who doesn't even know what his powers are, but they're super, I don't know, interesting, mysterious. You're gonna find out when you read it. But then we have other aspects that I am biting my gut. I'm trying to not spoil. I found it extremely interesting how the the line between power, fantasy, urban fantasy, even the occult was mixed with what's realistic, what can be done, and the way they explained it, especially the two physicists, Libby and Nico. I loved them so much, especially those two, because their power is something so grand, so big, and it deals with so much that's around us. I found it extremely interesting and very lovely how it was described, and how even when they go into their research to be able to develop a new power or to unlock a new something in themselves, I love that it can almost feel real. Like at times it actually fucking felt real. There was a mix of information given in the book that traveled between real and fiction all across the book, and I love that so much. It almost it blurs the lines between the fiction aspect of it, the urban fantasy aspect of it, and what's actually real. Even the knowledge that's in the book, some of it is actually real, some of it is fictionalized, some of it is real with a little bit of fiction, some of it's completely fucking mystifying, and the play, like the jumping between one point to another is done so smoothly. This is strongly character driven, and it was really done right in my opinion. I would have loved a little bit more action, but it wouldn't be, I don't know, like you need to get to the end to understand, because that's the same thing that happened to me all throughout the book. I was like, this is awesome, but I would have loved a little bit more action, just like a teeny bit for my heart. But until I got to the very end, where it made sense, where there wasn't a lot of action, why everything was the way it was. There's still another after this. I think this is a series, not just a duology, but I'm not sure. I know the second from this is called the Atlas Paradox, which I am definitely gonna get. I am very excited about getting the Atlas Paradox because it ended on such a cliffhanger. Just so you know, it ends on a huge cliffhanger. Most people don't know how to starve. I guess that's a weird thing to say, but it's true. It's something you learn. People think they have to be born one way, with resilience built in or some incapacity to burn or whatever. Either you are or you aren't, that sort of thing. Like some people naturally want things and others want nothing, but it's not true. You can be taught to want, you can be taught to crave, and you can also learn to starve. Apart from the plot, the story, the characters, and everything, the writing itself I found to be very, very beautiful and very smart and witty, and I really enjoyed it. And one negative would be that it's lacking action and maybe a little bit boring at times. It gets, I don't know, like sometimes there's something so freaking interesting happening and then we're just sat somewhere not doing shit or having sex, which is cool, but like there's literally a bitch in the next room talking to a fig tree. I don't want to be having sex right now. Like I want to fucking look at the tree. Like I want to talk to the tree. So sometimes when POVs get cut off, just so we can go into a different POV, just to have like a threesome or something, I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be here right now. I kind of want to talk to the fig, you know? So that was just a little bit annoying for me. Other than that though, I finally gave it a shot and I loved it. I don't regret it at all. If you read it, please let me know what you think and tell me if the Atlas Paradox is the same vibe or if it goes downhill, because that would be a huge fucking disappointment. That's what I thought of the Atlas 6. Really fucking liked it. Other than that though, thanks for watching and thanks for being here. I love you. Also, I'm sorry if there's like a lot of space between videos recently. I wasn't able to live. I couldn't live. I rotted in bed because I'm sick. Anyways, that's all. I love you. I'm gonna see you next video.